Patrick Flanery's debut novel Absolution is a complex narrative set in South Africa around 1994, a period defined by the country's transition toward racial equity following the end of apartheid. The story centers on the relationship between two primary characters, Claire Wald, a world renowned but increasingly reclusive author and critic living in Cape Town, and Sam Lirock, a young South African academic who returns from living abroad to write her biography. The novel explores themes of guilt, historical accountability, and the thin line between fiction and truth, particularly within the context of a nation grappling with its own violent and racist history. The narrative is set in motion by a violent home invasion at Claire's residence, where the intruders seem less interested in financial gain than in extracting secrets from her past. This atmosphere of tension carries into her interactions with Sam, who attempts to weasel his way into her history. Their relationship becomes a battle for the truth. As a novelist, Claire frequently offers unreliable stories about the years surrounding apartheid, while Sam harbors his own hidden past that he is reluctant to confront. Claire is depicted as a woman haunted by the ghosts of her family. She feels the heavy legacy of her father, a liberal judge during the apartheid era whose judicial wig appears in incongruous places, serving as a symbolic reminder of her perceived failures. Further complicating her guilt is the tragic death of her daughter, Laura, who was killed while participating in violent resistance against the regime, and the murder of her sister, who was killed for supporting the opposing political side. Claire blames herself for these deaths and frequently questions the senselessness and price of violent political resistance. In response to Sam's probing questions, Claire begins writing a book of her own, also titled Absolution, which serves as a confession of the ways she betrayed and failed those she loved during the years of political upheaval. Through this framing, the novel addresses broader historical subjects such as the legitimacy and effectiveness of the Truth and Reconciliation Commission, which sought to address hate crimes and provide justice to victims on both sides of the conflict. As Sam digs deeper, it becomes clear that a significant stomach turning connection exists between the biographer and his subject, a reality that both characters are initially unwilling to face. Absolution serves as a mediation on the intersection of the personal and the political, examining the role of literature in opposing apartheid while confronting the messy, often unresolved nature of seeking forgiveness and justice in a fractured society.